So I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video is going to know what this week's topic is, except if you're living under some sort of a really dense rock, and in that case, the brand new Pokemon main series X and Y have been announced to be released simultaneously worldwide this October, which are both for the 3DS, the first main series games for the 3DS, and yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is really soon we get the 6th generation already, but they look brilliant. I love them. The trailer for them will be in the sidebar, and also at the end of the video as usual. And so yeah, I'm going to be going over all of the information we have so far, which is not too much, but it is quite a big bit of information that we've got the new games, I suppose. So hopefully in the next coming weeks I'll have a bit more information to update you guys on. But yeah, this is really incredible that the games are first of all going to be on 3DS, the 6th generation, first main series games on the 3DS already, and the fact that the first time Pokemon have ever done a simultaneously world release. The games are going to be released in October, but I'm not sure when in October. I don't know whether Japan are going to get them first in October, like October the 1st or something, and then the USA maybe get them on October the 5th, but all on the same day. I presume all on the same day, just because it said coming worldwide in October in the trailer, and they've been talking about it being simultaneously released. Plus the fact that the podcast shown on Tuesday to announce the games, which was the big update, by the way, which I'm sorry that I uploaded my vlog afterwards, because last week's vlog I was talking about the the big update, and I actually uploaded it after the big update, which I'm so sorry about that, but I did a sort of a rehaul of the intro and the sidebars and stuff. So tell me what you think about that, because I didn't get to mention that last week. So yeah, completely lost track of what I was saying. Oh yeah, so on Tuesday the podcast was released worldwide, so you had like the Japanese and the English one and all the other countries' ones, I think it was anyway, or at least the Japanese and the English ones podcasted at the same time, so that they both got the information simultaneously, and also the trailers are all in the same trailer is all in different languages. They were all released at the same time as well, so and I expect the games to be released at the same time. So my first thoughts when I saw this was, this must be some sort of a spin-off, and it wasn't. This is really weird that it's, because it's got such a big rehaul of all the graphics. It looks incredible, to be honest, and I am really excited about it. And my other thought was, when I saw the starters, I thought they looked like Hackamons or Fakemons. They really didn't look real, because I suppose with every new generation you've got a new style of Pokemon, and they always just don't look real, so I suppose I've just got to get used to them. So far we only know about 5 Pokemon, so the first 3 being the starters. There's Chespin, the grass starter, you got Fennekin, the fire starter, and Froakie, the water starter. Now I don't quite know what Chespin is. It looks sort of like a monkey or something. It kind of reminds me of Mienshao, actually, the style of it, so not too original, I gotta admit. And we got Fennekin, the fire starter, which I love, the little fire fox thing. It's so cute. It's a Phoenix Fox, actually, which also is what the evolutions are based off, so that's why I love it, of course. And we got Froakie, the water type starter, which is a frog, so nice going Pokemon, really. Oh, that's amazing. I love the fact that they made a frog starter. A lot of people do like that. It's sort of like a posh frog as well, which is even better. So the reason we know each of these types is because in the trailer they actually, well, they have the right colour of the starters. Plus they also use the moves, so Chespin uses a grass type move, I think it's Solar Beam. Fennekin uses a fire type move, don't quite know what that is, and Froakie also uses a water type move. And all the graphics and all the moves have been updated completely. It's amazing. So I don't quite know what the moves are just because of that reason. But it looks incredible. You got to check that out. You got to check the trailer out in the sidebar at the end, after you've watched this video, of course. So yeah, they also show a second move. Each Pokemon does their starter type move. They uses the grass, fire, water moves. And then they also use a second move after that, which is quite interesting. I did notice this with Fennekin and Froakie first of all, but then I realised Chespin did the same thing. So Chespin first of all uses its grass type move, and then it uses some sort of a physically scratching move. It looks kind of weird. You have to look at the other two and then realise what that is. So it's actually a dark type move used against the Golurk, which is super effective. And then Fennekin uses some sort of a psychic type move, it looks like, against the Curlier, which isn't super effective, but it still does look like a psychic type move. That was my first initial thought, that Fennekin's second move was psychic. And then Froakie definitely uses a fighting type move against, I can't remember what it was a normal type Pokemon, which is also super effective. So it looks like that Chespin, the grass type, also has an additional type of dark, And Fennekin also had the fire type, also has an additional type of psychic, and Froakie also had the water type, also has an additional type of fighting, or at least this is what I've noticed, because they all use those individual moves, which would create a reverse circle, if you get what I mean, because you've got the grass, fire, water. Grass is super effective against water, water is super effective against fire, fire is super effective against grass. You've got that circle, so Chespin beats Froakie and Froakie beats Fennekin. Fennekin beats Chespin in type-wise, but then you've also got the second typing, which works in the opposite way. So you have Chespin beats Fennekin, Fennekin beats Froakie, and Froakie beats Chespin, which is like the other way around. It's super cool that they did that, because I mean, I don't think they've ever implemented something like that before. I know they've had started with the second moves, but second types, but this is quite an intuitive idea is what I was trying to say. So this is obviously not for definite. This is just something I picked up on. I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, so this could just be speculation from me, so I'm sorry if this is wrong. But this does look pretty cool. We will get some more information about this later on in the coming weeks, so hopefully this is right, because this just makes it so awesome. So yeah. This actually, if this is true, that means we could have some unusual typings in this game, because of course we haven't had a grass start before, we haven't had a fire, oh no, we have had a fire psychic before, which was Victini. And I don't think we've had a water fighting, or unless Kelio's actually water fighting, I believe. So yeah, well, grass dark, and all the types aren't usually like common to go together. So maybe we'll have some unusual typings this generation, because I think that's what we're waiting for in Pokemon, which that would be pretty cool. So we also have the two legendaries, the other two Pokemon that we do know. We have basically the two legendaries of either game, like Dialga and Palkia of Diamond and Pearl. So we have Xerneas, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and Yveltal. So Xerneas is a Dia Pokemon, and this is the Pokemon for Pokemon X, because it begins with an X, the name begins with an X, Xerneas, and also it is an X shape. Its horns and its legs sort of make an X shape in its body, which is pretty damn cool. And we don't know what type this is so far, but what it looks like it looks like it's in some sort of a forest place in the trailer, which lead me to think it's sort of a grass type, and plus it's quite blue, so which would lead me to think of water type, which fits together because the grass water is sort of like nature and in the forest, and that's just tends to what I get from an idea from Xerneas, but we don't know so far. Grass water is my idea though, so hopefully I'm right with all these typings. I'm not telling you a lot of rubbish. But Yveltal is the Pokemon for Pokemon Y, and this is a little bit more obvious because it's got a very definite Y shape in its body with its wings and its tail. And it begins with a Y as well, Yveltal. And it's a bird, and yeah, it probably kind of looks like a fire and a flying type. Now, probably definitely a flying type because it is a bird, but a fire type because it's all quite red, and that's just the general feel I get from it. But like I said, with the Xerneas being blue, which made me think it was water, and Yveltal being red, which made me think it was fire, this might not be true. This might just be red and blue because, as it was spoken about before, each generation of Pokemon games have a red and a blue sort of feel to each of them. Like, for example, Pokemon Red and Blue, of course, were red and blue. Ruby and Sapphire were red and blue. Diamond and Pearl also even had a red and blue tint to them. So that could just be the reason for them being red and blue, or they could actually have the second typing of Water and Fire, which would be another reason to think we're going to have some strange typings this generation because we've not had a Grass Water before, so that'd be pretty cool. So over 700 Pokemon have been confirmed. We only know those 5 so far, unfortunately. So I'll bring some more information on updates in the future. But Korokoro this week was released, but it didn't give too much information. It sort of gave a big picture of Xerneas and Yveltal. It also gave their weight and height, which was kind of a strange thing because we don't even know their types yet. Never mind telling us the height and weight. That was just kind of strange. I suppose it's something that some people want to know. Maybe. Yeah, so Korokoro also released some information on the next Genesect movie, which I just showed a picture, and it showed that there's going to be 4 Genesect, and the leader of the Genesect in the movie is going to be the Red Extreme Speed Genesect. So that's just going to be the leader of the gang of Genesect, or whatever. Rather than the Genesect being rivals to each other, they're going to be sort of a gang, which is just a little bit update on the movie. We don't know anything else from Korokoro, unfortunately. So yeah, let's move on to the question of the week. So this week's question of the week is obviously going to be in Pokemon X and Y. So what's your favourite starter, and what's your favourite, what's going to be, are you going to get X or Y basically? What's your favourite legendary? So my favourite starter, gotta say Fennekin, Fires, and there's a cute little fox. Plus the Psychic type, my favourite type, does help as well to make me like it a bit more. If he does have the Psychic type, that is, although if he didn't have the Psychic type, I'd probably still say Fennekin. And those are two legendaries. I've probably got to say I like Xerneas more because it's quite a beautiful Pokemon, and Yveltal, I don't know, it looks more like a cool style Pokemon, and Xerneas is more of a radiant style Pokemon, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'd probably be getting Pokemon X. It's pretty cool. So yeah, tell me what you think about that down below, and tell me what you think about the brand new games, what were your initial thoughts and stuff. So thank you for watching. Hopefully next week I'll have some bit more information to tell you guys, and I'll see you then.